Segue. Let's go on to our next topic. Wild card. Why don't you give us your topic?
So my topic is going to be on what we were just kind of discussing was sequels. What sequels do you think that have come out in the past that were better than the original?
Don't even say it, Clay.
Go ahead and
Dark
say
Knight.
it.
I'm going to say it. Dark Knight. That's fine.
You know what's not one?
I heard him saying it earlier. He was like, Dark Knight's it's
still,
so
I still
good.
think it's the best
my
superhero
favorite
movie. You know
Yeah,
what's
that's
not? You know what's not a good sequel?
What?
Spider-Man 2. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
get destroyed
god,
for
and
that.
3.
Yeah,
And the
not like
remake.
It just got worse and worse. And worse.
Everybody thinks Spider-Man 2 is the best one of the Raimi ones, but I still think 1 is better, personally. I think the second half of Spider-Man 2 ruins the whole movie because Doc Ock becomes this mindless, like, idiotic, stupid villain. He could have been so much better. Anyway.
Dark Knight.
Jaws
man.
2. Jaws 2 was fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jaws 2 is
Jaws
alright.
2 is way better than Jaws 1.
Let
What
me
about
see
Toy
what-
Story 2?
Nope.
For sure. How?
I don't know.
No way.
I mean, I liked it too with some certain things, like, you know, but it didn't bring the impact of Toy Story 1.
Terminator 2.
For sure.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah.
Terminator
Loved it.
2.
Titanic
There-
2.
I'm looking at this thing that says Superman 2 in the 1980s. Dude, Titanic 2, what are you talking about?
They rebuilt it. They made it stronger, or did they?
Or did they?
Grease 2.
Grease
Grease
2.
2. No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Grease is the original.
Gotta
is
have
better.
Travolta.
This one's saying Empire Strikes Back, which
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
Oh, 1, 2,
I would say, yeah.
and 3. Episode 1, 2, and 3 of
That
Star
was-
Wars were the best ever.
Yeah, everybody's liking the same thing what I'm seeing here.
Clay's like,
Lethal
you're such a
Weapon.
troll.
Yeah.
Troll.
But
Lethal
for
Weapon
real,
2.
Lethal
The
Weapon
Dark-
2. I never
Oh,
really got
Lethal-
into Lethal Weapons.
Wait, it went up to 4, didn't it?
It
Lethal
went up
Weapon?
to like 5.
Oh, it did? 5.
I'm getting too old for this
He's
shit.
like, I'm getting really old for this
Yeah. yeah.
I'm really too old for this shit. Now, hey, what about sequels? Sequels can also mean
Lord of the
one,
Rings
can also
2
mean
Towers?
like
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree
numbers
with you on that
far
one.
out from behind.
What's
right?
that, Rocco?
Yeah.
Okay,
Whatever.
so like here's another one then for me is Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Yep, that was mine.
No.
Yeah.
How about
But
this?
not any of the other Fast and the Furious, but the Tokyo Drift version. And I don't know what it was. I think it was just the idea. It's because I love the Japanese culture so much and want to go there so bad myself.
Yeah, I
But
want to visit.
I think, and that's probably what had a big play in it. But I liked that one.
It was really corny.
What about
I
remakes?
I liked the corniness. I don't know what it was.
Han is a badass, so I'll give you that.
Yeah.
You can put in remakes on that,
I
but
was supposed to say, yeah, like remakes. Like they remember the original like Hulk, how bad that movie
Oh,
was.
and then the Incredible Hulk
Oh,
comes
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah.
well,
Yeah,
have you
I would agree with
are
you
you
on
talking
that.
about like the 1970s or 80s Hulk?
No.
No, I'm
the
talking about the-
Ange Lee Hulk, the one with
Oh, yeah.
like the Hulk dog, and then they had like the Thunder Hulk or whatever like that. Where he's fighting his dad and shit like that. You remember that one, the original one?
yeah.
I don't remember
Bruce
that one.
is
What are you talking about?
David Banner plays.
Yeah.
And then
David
who,
Banner.
Banner. Right,
I know, that's exactly what I thought too.
who's
No,
the
like-
chick that plays in it? It's not Aerosmith's daughter, dude.
No, that's.
She only plays in what do you
Tyler?
call it? I think she only
Hold
plays.
on,
in
I'll
one
find
movie.
her real quick.
I just watched it the other day. Armageddon.
Yeah. Liv Tyler is in
Liv
the
Tyler.
sequel of what we're talking about. But
no, I'm not. Yeah, in the sequel, the one we're
yeah,
talking about, but the original, I'm
with
talking about.
Edward Norton. That one was the good one. The one before
It was Eric Bana.
Eric Bana.
Eric Bana. That one was horrible.
Yeah.
It lasted way too long,
Yeah.
and I like the one with Edward Norton better.
Yeah, Edward
because
Norton
it was a
was
better
great.
remake.
Yeah, the one with Edward Norton.
Well, let's see.
He's a great actor.
Sequels.
fucking Winter
Ooh,
Soldier.
I like the Kung Fu Panda movies. Kung Fu Panda 2 and 3. I like those.
Better than one?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they've been getting better. I like this. They're doing
guys.
well with the story.
Cars 2.
Never seen it.
It's terrible. I'm joking.
I've seen the first one.
Yeah.
No.
Planes
no,
was
go with
I
that.
heard was horrible.
Planes was
RoboCop
terrible.
2, was that better than RoboCop 1?
The
Man, I haven't
new
seen those
version,
in
the
forever.
remake version of
No, no,
RoboCop,
no,
I
no.
liked. Like,
Yeah,
I
the new
like
version
that
was pretty cool.
The remade version. So if we're talking about remakes too,
It's like a DC
Dude,
darkness.
you know what?
too.
Actually,
Yeah.
Austin Powers 2 I liked a lot better
That is-
than 1.
For sure.
Gold
yeah.
member. Gold member.
No. That's the third one.
Goldfinger.
I know. That's what I said.
It was he. Bad Bastard was in 2, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Wasn't he?
Mini-Me?
Yeah. Oh, then absolutely Austin Powers 2, man.
Yeah.
For sure.
Austin Powers 2 just like had a bunch of kind of same jokes, but I thought they were a lot better. Whereas 3 just was like
Get in
basically
my
the same
belly.
jokes as 2.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can I switch to a little something real quick? All right. What movie would you remake? Have them remake or redo? Just to be a better movie.
To be a better movie.
You could say Spider-Man, Clay.
Civil War.
I mean, so redo Batman v Superman would be great. If they could redo that and do it right.
I want them to redo Aragon.
Oh my damn it! That was what I was. I just looked down on my knee. I thought about Aragon. I was about to say it, and you said it first.
Yeah, I want them to
Angry
redo that movie. I think they could take that story and really.
Dude,
do
they
some good with
really
it.
could-
that or Avatar.
Okay, yeah.
Last
Avatar would
Airbender.
be a good one too to
I think
remake.
I don't know.
What? Why would you
I
remake?
love that whole series. I love
'Cause you
that
can
whole
make-
series.
dude,
like
Avatar was a good show.
Yeah.
It was
First of all, it's
okay.
not a show; it's a movie.
No, the show.
Oh, not
Like, they-
Avatar. No, you're talking about Avatar: Last Airbender, not Avatar.
Yeah, you gotta say that though, because everybody thinks
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Avatar.
that's two different movies.
Avatar: Last Airbender. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's a show. That show has got
Yes.
a really good story to it. They
Oh.
could have done that a lot better.
Dragon Ball would be a great one for them to redo.
Oh my
Like a really good
Yeah.
Dragon Ball.
goodness.
Seriously,
that'd be
Like,
great.
Put some time into it. Put some effort. Put some money behind it. There's a huge audience.
I
Whoever's
know.
out there listening, please. There's like all the millennials have raised off of
I
Dragon
know,
Ball.
I
Z.
know.
Like our morals and our values come from the show. Goku
Speak-
was our role models.
Whoa, we need to take a step back here. Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, Steven, weren't you supposed to go,
Even it was
Super-
Piccolo. You were saying that?
There you go.
That would be if that was the way that Super Saiyan like mode converted. Honestly, that would be super intense. That would be so intense.
wait, go back.
What just happened?
You gotta post that, dude. You have to post it.
All right, I'll
That
do
was
it.
insane.
I'll do it one more time. for
Yeah,
Clay.
can you please? And then post that to Facebook, and then also tell me.
How did you do that?
Can I have that
Okay.
app, please?
I'm gonna do it all day. I have hair.
Can I have that app?
Yes, you can. You can have
Can
that
you
app.
send it to Alan?
Yes.
Alan has to do it, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'll
then,
send it to-
oh my god,
yeah,
that is
Yeah,
so
dude, that's
cool.
pretty intense. If that was the way it really was, that'd be a little intimidating. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude.
Not to mention, that would already be intimidating. But now it's like an explosion happens at the same time.
Dude, that is so cool. Oh my god, that was so cool. I was not.
all the
expecting that.
events that just happened there just to lead to that moment was great.
So
It was
wow.
huge.
So Dragon Ball, yeah, that would be great.
Remake that movie.
Yeah.
For some
We'd
reason,
make-
I knew
we'd make
Ian was going to say
1.7
something.
billion.
Knew Ian was going to say something. All right, let me get this ready.
Dude. Okay, I can't. That's
Yeah, that
really
was
fun. I
really
want to play with
quick.
that now.
That's what she said.
Yeah. So what do you think makes? Why do you think some movies fail at making a sequel while others succeed?
I think it's because the quality drops dramatically, and the focus is no longer about the story, and it becomes about the money. They're like, oh, that last money. You said the Avengers made $1.5 billion. So they're like, hey, let's just go make another one. Let's just do it real quick. Now, granted, they did a good job, but I think that's where other sequels are thinking, like, hey, we just made a good amount of money. Let's go do this. It's all in people's mind. Let's go make another movie real quick. And they go and they do it, and it's all about just kind of trying to get a movie out there real quick, just try to grab people's, dollars. They're on the hype from the first. Let's get them on the second.
Yeah.
And then,
Which
and
is
then
like what
of course, there is movies out there where they're going to put the quality behind it. And that second one is going to be The Dark Knight. It's going to be a quality movie on the second run.
Yeah.
And it's going to take it a step up,
Well, that's why I like what they're doing with the Star Wars movies. They're coming out 2 years after. You know what I mean?
Taking their time.
They're taking their time with it, which is great.
Right.
Which is why I think
2
Rogue
years
Nation-
is actually kind of quick, to be honest with
That
you.
is quick.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, 2
That's
years is
for a
pretty
movie.
quick.
How long did they take to do the one that they're doing now, or they did now, episode 7?
I mean, it was like 2 years. I mean,
It was
it's
2
why it's so impressive of the quality that they were able to bring and how quickly they were able to do it.
Well, it's J.J. Abrams.
J.J. Abrams, they have Disney behind them. Like they're very smart.
But I think that what
It's
you had
usually
said
like
before,
3 years.
Clay, is that they were like, we're starting to move in a direction where they're making trilogies and these different films. They're starting, Like some films are already on that bandwagon, where they've like taken that into consideration. And they said, you know what, we're gonna make 3 quality films
Yeah.
and be ready for this. Where other ones are, and those are the ones that we say, wow, those are good those are good, sequels to those movies. Where the other ones are like I was saying, they're just not on that same boat. They're just trying to get the quick cash. And those ones we always watch and we go, those sequels sucked. That sucked.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that movie was just terrible. And it's just because they were trying to get the dollar bill.
Right.
And not because they set it up originally when they were planning to be like 3 films or 2 films or whatever it be to write a good story that would go together and flow.
Right. Right.
Another terrible sequel that it wasn't terrible, but I liked the first one a lot more, was Horrible Bosses. You guys ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
The first one was great and hilarious. The second one, it just seemed like they were trying too hard.
Yeah.
Just like, okay.
Yeah, but that would be another one of those. That's not a Lord of the Rings. That's not an Avengers. That's not a Dark
Right.
Knight. That's not any of these films that they're planning on making a second one. That's probably was one of those Angry Boss, or what was Horrible Bosses, was
Horrible
one of those
Bosses,
ones.
yeah.
They were like, let's just make a cool comedy. This is gonna be a good one. Oh wow, we made a lot of money. People liked it a lot. Let's make a Horrible Bosses too.
So that's kind of like Hangover, but I don't know
Yeah.
if they actually. I don't think they. I don't know, because I got the sense that Hangover 2 was trying to do it. It's just like some movies can't be made into a sequel without it feeling derivative from the previous one.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Horrible Bosses was a great concept, but it doesn't necessarily have the depth that Lord of the Rings or these crazy big universes have. So when you go to set out to do a sequel to something like that, you're like, well, how do we... I mean, either we change the format...
It's like story situations.
Right,
yeah,
but
like
it's called Horrible Bosses. So you
Yeah.
have to do it related to... And Hangover is about getting hungover from the night before.
Yeah.
So you're trapped. Like, you have
You're
no
trapped.
depth to what you can do.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
they're-
yeah, all
they
the
don't
rest
look
of
at
them
it as
are
like
horrible.
that, right? So the further we go down there, we're gonna have a Horrible Bosses 3, just because they're like, hey, people still bought into Horrible Bosses 2. Now we might not put it in the movies, and we might make it go straight to DVD.
Yeah, that's where
and
you
make
get
some
that.
money that way.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
still, they're gonna be looking to just make another sequel just to make the money. Where it starts
Right.
to like lose and ruin the whole Horrible Bosses 1.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, oh, now you're taking away from it.
What
And now you got a whole new character too. I mean,
Yeah,
a whole new
actors, yeah. It's just
actors
like
and everything on
C-movie at
Horrible
that
Bosses
point.
3. Like, what are you doing? Like, stop.
So
So you-
interesting.
What's funny about is direct to like DVD and stuff like that is back in my early 20s, me and my roommate Matt, we had Blockbuster. That was when they were still around, and they had this
Dang.
deal. When you sign up, you could get any movie on the wall, which is like all the new movies and all that stuff, and you can rent one of those out at a time, and then have 3 out in the middle of the store. So we went and we would.
Kids
we would
these
go
days
get
are
like
gonna be like, "What the fuck? You
Oh,
could
I
just
know,
download it." Like,
but
And it has to be a topic at some point. We have to talk
Yeah,
about
we should talk about this,
Blockbuster
yeah.
and those experiences.
oh, but it was hilarious because we would sit there and get these horrible movies and watch them and just sit there and have some drinks with some friends. And we watched this movie with Gary Busey called The Gingerbread Man, and it was a horror movie,
Oh.
and it was hilarious. It was terrible, and it's all about a gingerbread man killing people. It's like, who thought of this fucking concept?
they're like, "Look,
Not
the
only
leprechaun
that-
is popular. Let's do it with the gingerbread man."
Well, it's kind of like
so it's got the-
Frosty. You guys seen that movie, that Frosty the Snowman one?
Yeah,
Like the horror
Jack
book?
Frost.
Like the Frosty the Snowman like goes into the tub where the girl is and has sex with her and kills her
No.
with his nose. He's like puts his nose down there and like has sex with her and kills her.
Oh
Like
my
it was a
gosh.
horrible movie. Like she was dead.
Can
The
you
thing is
imagine
that-
filming that? All right, guys. This is the scene where the carrot goes up the putang.
All right, prepare to get fucked and
Yeah.
killed by the carrot. So
Can we get the snowman? You're gonna be CGI'd. This is a guy in a green suit with like a fake like long pointy nose. Yeah, for reference, just sticking it down. That's ridiculous.
that's just so crazy. Like,
But what I was gonna say was what we watched was Gingerbread Man 2. So like they
God.
made 2 of them. I'm like,
Oh, was
what
it
the
Gary Busey?
yeah, it had Gary
Ah,
Busey in it.
His
And I'm
smile scares the shit out of
Yeah,
me,
he's pretty
anyways.
freaky.
Like, yeah, and he was the voice of the Gingerbread Man. That's what.
Oh,
it'd
it
be
was.
creepier.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to talk about horror stories too. I mean, like horror movies, things
Yeah.
we've watched that have traumatized us as little children.
Yeah, that's funny. All right,
That's
guys,
some terrible.
Beetlejuice.
let's go on to our next
actually-
topic here. If anybody has to go,
I do. I have to go volunteer.
okay.
So
Hold on, let me see.
All right,
So-
that's fine.
What about
see
Toy
what-
Story 2?
Nope.
For sure. How?
I don't know.
No way.
I mean, I liked it too with some certain things, like, you know, but not. But it didn't bring the impact of Toy Story 1.
Terminator 2.
For sure.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely, yeah.
Terminator
Loved it.
2.
Titanic
There-
2.
I'm looking at this thing that says Superman 2 in the 1980s.
Come out in the past that were better than the original.
Don't even say it, Clay.
Go ahead and
Dark
say
Knight. I'm gonna say it. Dark Knight. That's fine.
it.
You know what's not
Nice.
one?
I heard him saying it earlier. He was like, Dark Knight's my it's
I
so
still
good.
think it's the best
my
superhero
favorite
movie. You know
Yeah,
what's
that's
not? You know what's not a good sequel?
What?
Spider-Man 2.
Dude, Titanic, dude. What are you talking about?
They rebuilt it. They made it stronger, or did they?
Or did they?
Grease 2.
Grease
Grease
2.
2.
No,
No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Grease is the original.
gotta
is
have
better.
Travolta.
This one's saying Empire Strikes Back, which
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
Oh, 1, 2,
I would say, yeah.
and 3. Episode 1, 2, and 3 of
That
Star
was-
Wars were the best.
Segue.
Segue.
All right, let's go on to our next topic. Wild card. Why don't you just
Wild
give us
card.
your topic?
So my topic is going to be on what we were just kind of discussing was sequels. What sequels do you think that have come?
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
get
god,
destroyed for
and
that.
3.
I
And the
do not like
remake.
It just got worse and worse. And worse.
Everybody thinks Spider-Man 2 is the best one of the Raimi ones, but I still think 1 is better, personally. I think the second half of Spider-Man 2 ruins the whole movie because Doc Ock becomes this mindless, like, idiotic, stupid villain. He could have been so much better. Anyway,
Dark Knight.
Jaws
man.
2. Jaws 2 was fun.
Oh hell yeah!
Jaws 2 is
Jaws
alright.
2 is way better than Jaws 1.